I'm so honored. You guys always want to come on my show, my little show. You have all these massive shows and all these other venues that you are available to get on, and you still come to my little old show, and I really appreciate it. Limberlost, everybody welcome them.
Glad we're here. Glad you enjoyed the show.
So you guys got a brand new song, and that's why you're on here. We've got the whole band. Tell me about the song.
Yeah, so this is a song I wrote, and this one is very, very near and dear to my heart, and it's been a long, long wait, about a year now that we've been holding on to this, so we are so excited to get this debut going, you know?
And let me tell you, because I get to hear it, of course, already. It's already in my dirty little hands. Every new song you put out, it sends new kinds of shivers up my spine. How do you do that?
That's awesome, man. Hey, you know, we just don't quit doing what we love, you know? When you're in the business, you have to have certain goals in mind, but you also have to be true to who you are and true to your sound and true to your character and stuff like that. So we're just doing what we love and doing what we know how to do best. So. And
this is coming out with a music video. Yeah, tell us about the story behind the song, the music video, and everything you guys did to put this all together.
Sure, yeah. The song came out of actually my relationship with my husband, and we've been together for almost 18 years now, and we kind of had this situation where I was like, have we really been reading each other wrong about certain things for this long, and then we're just now figuring it out? And so I wrote the song with that idea of that it's worth fighting for, something that is a strong relationship is worth fighting for, and it's worth not giving up. And sometimes you have to give more than your 50%. Sometimes you have to give 100% to make things work. And so really it's a song written from the perspective of my husband, who really, he went through a lot with me while I was going through, dealing with depression, and he was really there for me. So that's kind of what birthed the song, and it's been interesting to see it grow over the last year. I mean, because we all know that things are wild right now, right, in the world. And to see this song open up and grow beyond just kind of like where I wrote it from, but to see it become something that applies so strongly to where we are right now has been incredible. And to have something that we've put ourselves into, it's just the timing is incredible how it all came together right now, that we were working on it last year and some things came up and we weren't able to release it when we'd wanted to, but now is a better time. Now is when there's a message that needs to be heard, and it's just so amazing that we're ready for that right now.
We're extremely grateful that the world decided to screw itself up. So our song would mean more.
Right.
Well, hey, we need great music to save the world right now anyways.
Right, yeah.
Crystal, did you write this in the bedroom or something and send it over to the guys, or was this some collaboration over the internet? I mean, how'd you guys put this all together?
For this one, this was actually kind of a hook that had been kicking around in my head for a couple years. And sometimes that happens where I'll have something or a piece of something, and then, there's a point where it starts to become more relevant and make sense. And I'm like, oh, this is where this needs to go. So I'm pretty sure I just wrote out the chords and kind of played through my idea of what the piano was doing, because I sat down at a piano to write it. And then when we bring it into the rehearsal studio, then it's kind of fair game to play with it and see where it goes. And I don't think the song was even finished at that point. I probably didn't even have a second verse or a bridge yet. So a lot of that was birthed out of the process of just kind of trying different flavors and trying different sounds. And so it definitely, even though I wrote the song, it's a song that is 100% a Limberlost song. This has a piece of everybody in it. I mean, Tony and Brittany came along and joined the band after the song was written, and we'd been performing it for a while, but in the process of them joining the band and becoming part of what we do, they have their own pieces that were added into it. So it very much is a lot about all of us together.
There was some amazing parts with you and Brittany, I think towards the middle end part, that was really just sending the shiver. I mean, I had new kinds of shivers. I was like, where did that come from? And
That's awesome. That's what we're here to do, man.
now, did you?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I should shut up and let you talk more. Go right ahead.
Well, I just want to say, because there's more than just the band that gets involved in these things. Dave has his way of recording us and looking at sounds and saying, hey, this should be this and this should be that. And we were actually in the beginning of recording this song. I think we had drums, bass, and a scratch vocal and a keyboard part. I think you had come in and put
I think that was
in.
the first thing I did.
Yeah, and so we had pretty much had that. We didn't even have our guitars in yet, and we were just in the formulation of the rhythm. And that was about the time that I was starting, or kind of several months into developing a relationship with Timothy Eaton, who is a world-class producer. And he just kind of asked what we were up to, and I told him that we had this song, and he somehow convinced me to send that to him. No guitars, no background vocals, scratch vocal, nothing that's really been done anything with. And something about it. It took him about 4 days, but he got back to me on it, and it was like he was just like totally stoked about this song. And it was like, I got like a 3 or 4 paragraph email from him about how great he thought it could be and what he thought he could do to it and all this kind of stuff. So that evolved the song even more, because all of a sudden this guy that the band hadn't even met yet, it was just kind of somebody I'd been dinking around with on Facebook and developing this friendship with, all of a sudden shows up in our garage from LA and sits down and goes through what he thought he could do with this song, and it really kind of tweaked our melons a little bit, I think, initially, because we were all kind of like, but that's what you hear, what you end up with. He totally
gave a different life to the song. It was a kind of a different tack than we were taking with it initially, but it ended up being what this song needed, and that's what somebody with that kind of experience in the industry can do. They can take what you do as an artist and say, this is how we can best deliver this to where it can be received most widely, and so it was really a cool process to be able to work with him in the studio and, hear his perspective on, presenting a vocal on a recording. That was really a great experience for me, and I learned a lot.
And he actually dove in with everybody. I mean, there isn't a person in the band that he hadn't put some real intentional thought into certain places where he thought every person could accentuate themselves in this, from the guitar solo stuff to, there's little nuances in Ben's line, and there's these little spots where it was just like, but not, I literally changed nothing. Like a roommate, but,
well, only Ben can be.
Ben,
Timothy heard that and he said, I ain't touching it.
Ben is awesome, and he's perfect, and we'll just leave him right where he is.
He's the only one worthy enough to be able to mold you.
And up until that point in time, we were pretty guitar-centric as a band, and from that recording, I think we had, 20-some frickin' keyboard tracks?
Yeah.
Just ask Timothy. He'll say, Crystal's an amazing singer, but I really want to play with that bass player. That's what
I heard somebody smoking pot in the background or something. They're all coughing and everything. So
you can smell through here.
Yeah. Hey man, it's coming. Hey man, put your mask on. It's coming through the microphone.
Yeah. Exactly.
So the video.
I'll take a little lead in this one. Well, Crystal goes off with my son.
Oh yeah, we didn't tell you we got the Limber Pickle here with us too as our mascot.
Okay.
Well, the video, really that was kind of an idea of Mike where he said, if we're going to drop this song, let's do it right. Let's do a video. Let's really make this a big thing, because we all heard and saw how connected this piece is to the current situation, just to the current times. So we said, okay, let's really put some thought into this. And I said, well, funny you say that, because like a year ago, back when we first did this song, and I was so into it, I love this song so much, I had thrown together this idea, just a couple of images, couple of ideas, and I showed it to the band, and we really liked a lot of the imagery with it, particularly some of the stuff that we were able to actually, I don't want to give it away because I want y'all to see it tomorrow morning, but what we ended up putting together, we green screened, we hired some young actresses, we ended up on a beautiful stage in a large venue with fog machines, and then from there, Mike took it and talked to Timothy, and it kind of bounced back and forth, and it ended up being this product really of not one person, but of everybody that was involved, and that's everybody in the band. That's Mike, that was myself, that was Timothy Eaton, that was Dave Jimenez, and that's Dave Smith. So everybody that was involved really came together to create the final product. And I think that anyone who watches it will be very moved, very touched, very inspired, and that's our message with it. So we're really excited to bring that across.
It must have been killing you sitting on this tune.
You have no
It
idea.
was killing me. I'm pretty sure I sent a couple of texts to Mike, like, Mike, okay, ... but why?
We have so many songs in the can right now that we want to get out that we're always dying a little inside. We've got a lot of stuff that we want to get out as quick as possible, but we're trying to be smart.
This one was a particularly deep story, though.
It was
wonderful.
It was hard because the song is it is such a big deal to us because again it was our first time ever working with a fairly well-known producer, and then also just the concept that it put together with it and how epic it turned out in our minds anyway. And then we turned around and made it into the title track of our album.
I always have you guys do it because you do it much better than I do. Give us a big intro to the new song, Good Fight.
We're Limberlost. Everybody say hi. Hey! You're listening to our brand new single, The Good Fight, on the Banger Music Hour.
3, 2, 1. We love you.